here. Okay, let's go ahead and switch on over. Just realized I don't have my water. Hold up. One second. I just need to type this in. Popular. Gonna be popular. Hello, Blade. How do you do, sir? I be doing well. Stream's gone off the rails already. Why? How? The horses? Don't worry. The horses are gonna be more of a generator than anything. I already got it planned. At least this forces me to do. What is this? Huh. What? Need to move or sort animals between husbandries. That's kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that is 200. I kind of want this. It's so unnecessary, but I kind of want it. That is so unnecessary. You forgot your water. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a giant Pokeball. What is this? You can hold bro, what the heck? Okay, I was looking for something specific. Where was it? Also, I still don't remember you. I remember you telling me what the straw blowers do, but I don't see anybody, like I don't see a point of actually using them. What's the fermenter for? Oh, is that actually a thing in real life? Can you actually put grass in a silo? I don't think that's possible. Bro, I know what I'm looking for. It's just not showing up. Let's type horse. Horse with a capital WH. This guy. Because we all know like heck, I'm not finna ride these horses and stuff. That's just nah. Oh wait, did we actually download it? I don't think we spent the time to... Yeah, we did not. Dude, we got 54 mods installed? That's insane. Really? Oh, yes we did. I can do that. Actually, I need to uninstall that one. Hold up. Where was it? Still haven't used Follow Me. Don't really know how to use Follow Me. Haven't even used the Nexat pack, even though it looks really dope. Do you guys still use the Nexat? Oh no, you guys are on a new farm. You guys are on a new farm, so that's totally different for you guys. This thing is also borderline sort of useless. Not really, but kinda. I look forward to getting the next hack again. I don't even think the perfect edge mod still works. Hopefully it does. I don't think it does. Also, it kind of sucks since you can't rotate the brush. That bothers the living crap out of me. Okay. Horse. And we should be good. I'm gonna test out these placeable lights to see how those work. Wait, we have 1.7 million? Oh, we sold clothes. Yeah, so we're just sitting on money. I never got to use the Nexat. I enjoy watching people use it. I don't think I have a massive reason to use it, maybe. You had an idea for you to try. Shoot away. I guess if we wanted to, we could use the Nexat on that big field, depending on what the width and stuff is. Same modder that makes the Lego blocks in this game. I saw him make a second mod. No, we talked about that yesterday. The silo thing, or not the silo, but the bulk thing. They make bunker silos from the blocks. Is that the one we were talking about yesterday? But the problem, wait, they make bunker silos? Is that new? You could use the bulk storage silos. Got the house for the house. Hold up, let me check something real quick. Is this ready to harvest? Nope. It's like 3/4 of a room. Wait. Got the house. You're saying use the blocks to make a house? Do these lights turn on? Probably, yeah. Wow. Okay, real quick, I need to test the lights. I'm saying it could be possible, worth trying. Ideas. Where is, okay, so these are the placeable lights I've been looking at. Does this one, okay, wait. Okay, so here's the problem I have with the placeable lights. If you look at this, it's always above wherever you're looking at, which is a bit of an issue. Now here it works kind of fine, right? But we were having an issue with the blocks where it wouldn't go exactly where it needed to. But you can only get so close. I mean, these wouldn't be terrible, I'm gonna be honest. Like, they're actually kind of a good idea. Okay, see, like this one's too high and there's no way to like move it up or down. Like this one. Oh no, that one's actually low enough. Oh, I see. It tells you based on the height. So 3 meters is there, 5 meters is way up here, 7 meters is even higher. Okay, I see what it's doing now. So each one it provides, I see. It all makes sense a little bit. Got it. Okay. Right. So building houses out of the bunkers. I'll test that. Let's see, what do we gotta do on this one? Ooh, barn ramp. I remember you telling me about using a barn ramp for the sheep people thing. Why am I walking? I can just teleport here. Okay. Because we could make a nice little heel and such, so we could just roll it down. A bale barn? What's a bale barn? Oh, that ramp. I was say we never actually went through, because the issue is with this mod. Let's see, it's up here. Go to constructibles. You know, we would need the steep one. You know that much. To auto store the wool. Bale barn to auto store the wool. Wait, what was my issue? Oh yeah, my issue with this is you can't use this within a certain range of this barn. Let me turn this. Oh, we're not holding anything. I should probably pick something up, and that would. Yeah, here. Let me go steal some of these bales real quick. Okay. Oh wait, which side am I on? Is it this one? Yes, that one. Okay. So now that I'm holding some bales, let's switch back to the right. Okay. And there's like a distance where we just can't. Okay, right there. Okay, so pretty much in line with the, yeah. So pretty much in line with the back of the thing there. Okay. Does this still show up? It doesn't. Okay. So if we're gonna do this, we would have to extend this back, create like a little ramp that goes all the way up here. which is should be doable. I'm not seeing it not be doable. Gonna take a little bit of finagling, but I don't want to spend too much time on this, so I'm gonna do this. It would have to look something like this. And let's see, turn snapping on, turn this on. Yeah, it would need to look something like this, because we need to be a little gradual. I'm not gonna save just in case we need to completely restart. Something like that. I'll do one more there. That should be enough. Okay, now we need to extend a block off. See, these are snapping together so well, unlike our other farm. But then again, there's no trees near this, so maybe that's the thing. Okay, we know we're gonna need some extras. Exactly, and this is how it should work. It's just, I don't know. On our other one, I think just because all the trees on the map, you know, all the stuff that's like hidden underground that we can't see, because that's the problem with trees, is you just have a lot of stuff that you can't see because the stuff is underground. Okay, now the problem I'm seeing is that we're gonna have to extend this pretty far. So no. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That's gonna take too long, too much space, and then we're not even sure if it's gonna ramp as fast as we need it to. Not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about that headache. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Not worth it at all. And that's perfectly fine. Because the way we are doing it, it'll still be fine. It'll work. Ooh, that's what we needed. Can't believe I didn't think about it. If I have like a little leveler or something on the front of the what do you call it? Well, I guess you can put it on anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be the big guy. But we could just push it on down there. So we don't necessarily need the front loader. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Okay, new plan. We need not necessarily front loader. That's not what I'm looking for. Is it? No, this is, what the heck? What is this? Is this a mod we downloaded? I'm confused. What? Wait. Huh? I understand that's a tractor, but that's not a mod, is it? I don't think I've ever seen, like, whenever I go to front loaders, I don't think I've ever seen it also include the tractors in them. Because, like, if I go to Kubota, oh no, it actually said, has there been an update or something? Or maybe I'm crazy, but that's interesting. I don't think it's ever showed the tractor itself before. Also, this would work. I have seen this before. It holds a decent amount of bales, and you can just scoop them down, pick them up, and then walk them in and drop them down that way. And I actually might, I might look into this, depending on how many bales we can reliably pick up. It seems like only 4, in which case I don't think. Yeah, I'd say a silage leveler might work better. 4 square bales? Yeah, we're not going to use that then. Because I think I tried to use it with circles. It's just not very well, or very good. Yeah, because when I did test it on round, it did not work out very well. Let's see, we need winter equipment. Clearly, duh. even though this thing is pretty big. Yeah, we need, it's a leveler. Where would that be? That would be near grass, right? Wait. Oh, leveler. How wide is this? 4 meters? Perfect. Yeah, this should work, especially if it folds inwards. That would be nice. And I'm gonna lease it. I'm not gonna buy it now. I'm gonna lease it when we do get ready to try it, and we'll go from there. But let's, okay, first of all, before we can even buy the horses, okay, now hear me out. I want your opinion on this. With the sheep, we make so much grass off of field 7 here that I was thinking we could turn these fields into like sorghum or something, you know, that we could use to feed the horses and, let's say, chickens or something to that nature. Since both horses and chickens both take sorghum, we could plant sorghum and then have the crops we need to feed both, let's see, horses. Yeah, they take hay, oats, and sorghum. And then chickens take sorghum. Let's see, I don't know about round. Oh, a big silage bunker. Because I'm definitely not doing pigs. That's just not going to happen. But I'm thinking sorghum is going to be the way to go. But now I'm going to have to look into exactly how do we do that. Also, I don't know how much food we're going to need, if it's necessary to do all those fields. And then on top of that, how much do we get for sorghum? Wait, we had wheat before. I don't know how much we got for wheat. Wheat is, let's see. Oh, we get more for sorghum. Even though I think sorghum produces less, so I think it works out to be about the same. Horses eat hay, and then don't need to be fancy and have sorghum. Well, okay, the only reason I was going to do sorghum, because I was thinking about hay. Yes, I thought about that as well. But if we do plan to expand into chickens, the chickens don't eat hay, right? And so, but I was like, if we go ahead and do sorghum, we're kind of set on that note. However, if we do hay, horses eat hay, cows, screw cows. No offense to the cows, they too much stuff. Just too much stuff. Also, the reason I'm not doing any of the dairy product animals is because I think you were here the last time. I tried to go to the dairy place, but for some reason it doesn't allow us to buy the dairy production facility. Like, it doesn't even, like, if you look at the thing, it shows it as a tip station, not as a production on this map, which I thought was kind of odd. I'm not sure if that's glitched or if that's just how this map works or what, but there's no option, you know, to buy this, can I go up this? Can I? Ooh. No, I cannot. Just by the way, can I go up that? So it's a selling point, not a production. Yeah, exactly. It's more of a selling point. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks. So if I wanted to do cows and go higher up, I can't. Is it under production or just a selling point? Bakery, biogas, canning, which we can actually do greenhouses for canning, just by the way. That is something we can do, because we can produce kimchi and, okay, I hate spinach. I don't like the idea. Was it canning that I was thinking of? I don't remember. But carpentry, grain mill, oil mill, which we can do canola oil. I didn't know rice made oil, which is interesting. Actually, yes, I did. I knew that. I don't know why I knew that, actually. Huh. Let's see, canola oil and potatoes should make chips. Honestly, fact. Is that not in the, that should be in the game. There should be more uses for oil. Wait, can you make chips? Like, seriously though? Because if we can, it is? Really? carrot soup, cereal, corn. I think it's a mod because I don't see it. I see cereal. I see carrot soup. Speaking of which, which one does canning? Canning does this. Screw red beets. It's not a thing. Potato chips. Oh, I didn't even think about the pea and potato. Potato. Oh, potato chips. Interesting. And then we got potato soup, but I think potato chips would probably be better. Okay, so who makes... How do we even make... Who makes that? We have... So we can actually do we can do multiple crops. We can do potatoes. Okay, we're doing sorghum for sure. That's gonna be a thing. And it looks like we have to buy the other productions, which is kind of nice. That means we can buy some land and actually do something. Now, my only problem with stinking sugar, I don't think... Point me to somebody who enjoys producing sugar. Because I swear, I don't... Did that say 1.05 sugar? Dear Giant Software, the fact that you're putting a decimal in our output is crazy. However, its cycles per month is insane. That's a weird ratio to have such an extremely high cycles per month. That is insane. More than double of regular sugar beet cut. That is insane. Seeing as sugar is in everything, I'm sure sugar companies love making it. Of course they freaking do. They're freaking douchebags. I just hate harvesting it. Like, harvesting sugarcane, don't like it. Sugar beets, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I don't like it. But, yeah, let's do some other crops, though. This will branch us out into some other crops, some other areas. So, let's see. Where is my plow? Yeah, we'll use Little Beef real quick. I should still have my plow. I don't know. I don't think I would sell it. It's cheap. It's only like 12K, I think. So I don't think I would have sold it. Right? Well, let's hope. Let's hope I'm not that stupid. Yeah, there it is. Because I am stupid. Just a little. And so we will go ahead. Uh-oh. Too far. We'll go ahead and plow. We'll do just one field. We'll do... Okay, so now here's the question. Which fields are we going to do for what? You know? Because if we're doing... We're going to do sorghum. Were you serious about potato chips? Because we might be able to do it. So that means we would need canola as well. I actually like that because that allows us to use the Massey Fergusons again. Which I'm really liking. Is canola... Can that be... What is it? Heathered? No, tethered? No. What was the word? I forgot the word. Hold up, it's in the MacDon pack. Hey, look, a tiny little forklift. Canola cannot. Oh, dadgummit. I don't even know what those pictures are at the bottom. I know that's wheat. I think the next one's barley, oats, and then I don't know what that other symbol is. Apparently you can run over. I don't know why you would want to mow over your crops. What is this? Which I don't know which crop is which. Hold up, give me 1 second. I don't know which crop is which. How do I check this? Is it this? Canola. Oh wait, we can do canola. We can do canola, I think. Interesting. Okay. Okay, we might have something here. So we can do canola. I don't think we're gonna be able to do sorghum, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Let me check that too, because I really don't know my symbols very well. Sorghum. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not sorghum. So it's oats. So it's barley, wheat, canola, Oh, so what was the last one? Soybean? Was the last one soybean? Yeah, I don't know who would do soybeans. Crazy people. Okay, while we're thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and just start on sorghum. And I'm gonna use the biggest field for sorghum, only because if we do decide to branch into chickens, at least this way, we'll have the second biggest field already going on, whatever you call this. I forgot the name of it. Excuse me. On, the thing. On, sorghum. And so we need canola oil. Is there a production? Do we already have a production for oil? Oil mill, perfect. I've never actually used the oil mill, so I think that would be interesting as well. Okay, so we got the oil mill set up. Who does chips? Do you remember off the top of your head? Hold up, let me get this guy going first. I'm sorry. My brain's everywhere right now. Start the headlands. Yes. Let him go. Okay, while he's doing that, let's figure out who does what. Bakery, carpentry, cement, cereal. The fact that all that goes into cereal is crazy. Dairy, grain, grape. Have you ever used, excuse me, have you ever used the grape processing unit? Like, I just don't see a massive need to do grapes to grape juice. I think raisins is used in cereal. Yeah. I would say I don't, because of the amount of stuff that goes into cereal, I don't really do cereal either. But I guess if you're doing corn would be good. Now also, do you find it odd that the cereal factory doesn't mention sugar at all? Like, this is like 80-year-old people cereal. This is, I don't have taste buds. I used to work in the mine cereal. Like, there's not even sugar as an option for that stuff. Also, salt. Nah, I don't think we can mine salt on land. I don't think. Where does salt come from? Is it from the sea? No, there's sea salt, but then there's like normal salt. Like, there's salt that isn't sea, because how else would you have Himalayan salt? Okay, so the oil mill we already got. Where do you get chips from? Am I crazy? Debris crusher, tailor shop, Cooper, rope maker. Which honestly, we could start making rope. Don't know what, maybe a bondage camp or something. They're from a different sea. Okay, I'm starting to worry because I'm not seeing. Okay. I just think it's weird that chips has its own stinking factory. That's kind of funny to me. I don't know why. Let's see. Table salt is cleaned and ground. Interesting. 360 for potatoes? Dear Lord. Oh, it's preserved. Wait, is it preserved food that I was thinking of? Actually, for doing potatoes, we can get a soup factory as well. We could do so much. Okay, so we're also going to do potatoes. So we're doing sorghum, potatoes, and canola. I think I'm insane. This started out as being horses related, and now we're just shooting ourselves in the foot and making the most complicated thing we could think of. And I think I'm going to end up regretting it. I'm just saying. But it is what it is. We could honestly do a preserved food factory. Does a greenhouse make... I think a greenhouse makes that stuff, right? Where are the greenhouses? No, it's probably down here. Greenhouses. Yeah, it makes the peppers and the... I think that's kimchi, the onions. So we could also do that. I don't know how much money we would get from it, so I'm not sure if that's really worth it. But we could. That does make a lot more stuff for us to do. I think I need to go step by step. Let's start with just crops and getting everything set up for the horses. Let's do that first, and we'll go from there. Okay. So we're gonna turn this field into sorghum, since that's gonna be the best bet for us. Let's get Big Beefus here. Where is... Oh, we gotta rent a stone picker. Oh, we're gonna need a stone picker for a while too, because I really just need to turn stones off. That's really what I need. We might as well buy this thing, because we're gonna be doing... Yeah, might as well. I wish I could buy this used. Let's just buy it outright. We're gonna need it. Okay, so sorghum, potatoes. What was the other one? Canola. What was canola for? Oh, the oil that we need. Oh, I'm sorry, just hit the mic. The oil that we needed to make chips. The good part is it seems like it's used in multiple things. Like canola can be used in multiple things. Now, the one thing that will suck, I'm gonna be honest, is, well, that we're having to buy multiple, like, $100,000 production facilities for only one thing out of the facilities, and that always bothers me. But I think it's one of those things that I guess we can't really help. Now, the potato processing thing we have to do anyway. It just is what it is. But we can do canola oil and make chips. I guess I need to check all the recipes. Wheat and canola both use the same machine. What do you mean? Oh, like the same... Huh? Oh, you mean the same harvesters? We could do wheat. I don't see the point. Whoa, yeah, we could do wheat for bread. Okay, so now we're gonna start having to get more fields, actually. So this is gonna become a thing. Okay, all right. A lot of thought here. Wheat is gonna have to be put on the back burner. Okay, we need to prioritize sorghum. That's first things first, to get horses and chickens. After that, let's see, we can either go for potato chips, or we can go for bread. Well, we can go for both, to be honest, if we have enough space. That's also an issue, because let's be honest, with the amount of fields that we currently have, BRB, my dog just told me she needs to piss. The problem we're gonna run into is how much inventory or whatever, how much crops can we generate from the fields we have? Because in fairness, these fields are kind of small, right? So, like, if we do this one for sorghum, that should be more than enough to take care of horses. I believe that it should be more than enough to take care of horses. The problem I think I have is that we will do... Can't I put this on, like, steering lines? Yeah, let's not do this outside one just yet. But I guess we can, it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't even have the thing drop down because I'm a goofy goofball. Turn. Okay. But we're definitely gonna do sorghum in this field because that's gonna take care of a lot. It's gonna take care of a lot for us. The problem we're gonna run into is, for example, potatoes. Dealing with potatoes. I don't even know how to harvest potatoes for real. So that's gonna be one thing. If we do decide to do wheat, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of wheat. Well, it's not that I'm not a big fan of wheat. I just think it's one of those things that, like, everybody does. And so because of that, I think just mentally, I don't want to deal with it. I think that's it. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm just being a little, what would you say, petty, I guess? Well, maybe not petty. I don't think petty is the word, but okay, so we are going to grab little beef here. We're gonna finish that top section that he missed. Uh-oh. Dodge the pole. Just like that. We're gonna finish this top section and we're gonna go ahead and have him start plowing the other fields. We have enough that we could buy field 33 if we really wanted to. And that isn't something that I am, what's the word? Neglecting? I don't think neglecting is the word. I am like writing off. Like I still might do that and buy the other fields. That is something I'm okay with doing. Look at this. Okay. Let him do this field. But yeah. I'm not gonna do all of this field because I'm realizing there are some spots where there just weren't any stones, which is good for us. Oh wait, I thought we got that. Yeah, we did. So like there's no point in doing every single inch of this field. We're just gonna, you know, hit the ones that are obvious like that. But yeah. Jeez, why does it keep switching off? Grab this section. And the good part is we never deleted the debris crusher that we own. So that's still something that we can use. Now, it's not like we're going to really get enough rocks to matter, but, you know. Go ahead and just, oh, woo, 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 woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. But, yeah, oh, wow, big stones. So when AI does it, we get the small stones. Yeah, I hear dogs are barking. Mr. Barker-Bun Schnauzer. Mr. Barker-Bun Schnauzer. Are you there, Mr. Barker-Bun? Anybody remember that commercial? Let's see. But we can. Uh-oh. I'm genuinely. I just don't know what crops are we necessarily going to use, because it looks like with the amount of space we have, we can realistically probably do about 2 more crops. Because if field 32 is sorghum, then we might be able. We'll have what, 4 fields left or something like that. So we would have 31, 30, 28, and 27. So we could realistically turn, like, to split those up into 2, and, you know, each one of those be thing. Also, I feel like it's taking less time to actually go through and pick up these rocks, which is kind of nice. I do like it. Okay, actually, let me switch off of that. Let me get little beef started on the next one. He did a good job. On the perfectly square ones, AI always does well. But I'm thinking, I don't know. The question is, with buying a bigger facility, right? how much are we really gonna make? Because if we gotta buy the potato processing place. Oh shoot. No, I think I got it. Because if we're still gonna have to buy the potato processing area, would it be necessary for us to buy the big one? Or should we buy a smaller one? You know what I'm saying? Which then brings me to a follow-up question of, we need to buy another trailer. I just realized that. Because if we're doing all these crops, we're gonna need a really big trailer. Of which I can just buy that triple one, the one that has 3 slots. Well, we shouldn't be harvesting all in the same month either, I don't think. Or at least I hope not. I don't know. We're just gonna have some thoughts. We're gonna have some things to think about. Okay, AI is blocked. What is he blocked by? Bro, are you serious? Are you serious, my guy? Just, come on, nudge it out the way. Okay, I'm not trying to like completely knock it over, but just want it to move. Can we just... Okay, I guess not. I'll do the section myself then. Okay. AI go. Or not. Oh yeah. He shouldn't stop. You shouldn't stop. You're not blocked, my guy. You are not blocked. You know, I'll do myself. You are not blocked at all. Just do it myself. And that's another thing. These fields are so small that like re-prepping them would be like a dream. Because they're really tiny. Now the sorghum one, that's gonna be a bit bigger, but we also have this thing. We didn't have this originally, I don't think. And so that does make this a little bit better. We missed that spot back there. But it looks like we're able to get most of it in one go. Which is nice. Then go back, hit these last little sections here. Got it. Okay, let him do his thing over here. Don't know what I'm gonna change those to. I just... Okay. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to also, okay, there's multiple things that are running through my head at this one time. One, how can we store potatoes? If we can just put them in a silo, we're good. If not, we have a bit of an issue. Not that it's a massive issue, but it is an issue, you know, something to be I wouldn't say worried about, but just have on our radar. So like how to store potatoes. Put it down there. And grab the rest of these. Okay. Go over here, grab this little section. So, how to store potatoes. If we can store it in a silo, good. We'll just stick with that silo that's over there. Which we might end up having to upgrade to a bigger silo at some point. Which I'm perfectly okay with doing that. That's not completely out of the cards. And so, you know, we're okay with it. I'm just realizing, did he plow? Interesting. I'm noticing that there are brown spots on the... Does that mean weed? That, like, there are weeds on this? Because I'm noticing, like, brown sections here. Like on the edges. But how do we have weeds if there was just nothing but grass there? Which... Interesting. Like, did he not plow up this section, or... Let me hop out. It just says needs rolling. But I mean, we're okay with it needing rolling. We kind of know that. Which means we need to buy a field roller again. Does field rolling give us fertilizer? I already forgot if it does or doesn't. Okay, he's good. Send him on to the last one. Because I don't use a field roller often. I can't even remember the buff for using field rolling. I don't remember it being high, I'll tell you that much. I'm just going to spin in here, and then we're going to back this up like this. Almost like a little ballerina. Okay, we just messed all that up. All right. You know what? Is there a way I can fix it? Hold up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go here, and then go here, and pull it back this way. Okay, nope. There was my hopes and dreams. Eat. That's fine. Okay, let that do its thing. Get all the rocks off the field. Lead this way. Just like that. And come back. Yeet. Uh-oh, uh-oh, don't miss it. Don't miss it. We missed it. Bag it up. Yeah, I'm definitely freehanding, but it's fine. It is fine. I don't think many people actually leave stones on. I think I'm one of those people. I'm just stubborn and like to leave stones on. It slows me down a little bit as well. I think I've mentioned that before. You know, if you start going through the game too quickly, you get bored too quickly, and then you want to move on to the biggest and best, or bigger and better things so much quicker. But this does force me to slow down and sort of just, I guess, I'm not gonna say level my expectations, but understand that this takes a second. We have stuff that we need to do. Like, we probably need to go ahead and just put some lime on the field since we're already here. Like, lease a lime spreader, put some lime on the field. Which I may or may not do, I'm not sure. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and do it, just because it might come up later. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put some lime on the field. And, let's see, on top of lime, we need to roll this field. Which, again, I don't know what rolling really does. Like, that's my whole issue with rolling. I don't know what it does. From what I understand is that it adds to the yield bonus when we do it. But if I remember correctly, it was like at most 2.5%, maybe a 5% yield bonus, or yeah. And to me, the amount of time to roll a field for a 2.5 percent yield bonus, I thought was just absurd. Like, that's borderline pointless. Like, we go through all the work rolling the field just for 2.5, whereas at least with the grass roller we get a fertilizing state, which there I'll say that's useful because fertilizer is expensive. But I'll have to check farmer cop and see if his results, if I'm not butchering his findings, but I think that's a rock right there. But I don't know. Also, if we buy field 29, we can... How much are those fields? Hold up. Field 29 is... See, whoa. See, that's the thing. We don't even need all of that. That's insane. Same thing with that. Like, if we just had just the field, I feel like all of this would be so much cheaper. Because I don't need all of that space. Appreciative of it, but I don't need that much. But, okay, here's one good part. If we do buy field 33 and maybe possibly 29, we can put our factories on the edge of field 33 here. Also, because of field 33 and how much space it has, we can extend it out and make it bigger. Same thing with 29. We can extend this out downwards here, make it bigger. Oh, it's on a hill, so maybe not 29, but 33 for sure. Maybe not, because it's also on a hill. Okay, so never mind. I think those might not be the best representations of my idea, my miraculous ideas. I'm just gonna try to get that just in case it's a rock. It was. Okay. But it is something to think about. Like, he didn't leave any rocks down here, which is nice. Like that, those little bits, but that's pretty much it. But I don't know. There's a plan. As long as there's a plan. Okay. Wing back. Okay, missed that little section. It's fine. We'll just do another pass. Shouldn't be any more rocks that direction. Let's see, grab this section. Grab this section. Okay. That should be most of the fields done. Yep. Just gotta get little beef. Fold that up. Get you out of the way. I also just like how quick it folds up compared to a traditional plow. We could also go through and fertilize the fields because, well, they have one fertilizing state, but that's about it. We actually know when we plant, we'll be putting fertilizer down on it, so no, we don't have to worry about that. Shoop. We're actually just gonna hold him there for now, while I continue on with the rest of these fields and figure out what the heck's going on. Ooh, yes, silo, just so I can start thinking while doing something. Silos can hold in greenhouses and stuff. We could do that later because we're gonna get to a lot. Okay, silos do hold sorghum. They hold sunflower, oats. Oh, so it holds grain. I don't think it holds potatoes, from what I can tell. I really can't tell. Which then brings me to another question of how do we store potatoes? Like, if push comes to shove, I do know there are I'm not sure how to explain it, but like, I guess big trailers that we can just have simply just to hold stuff, I guess. But I don't think silos hold potatoes. And actually, here, let me just drive over here and check, but I don't think so. Which isn't a massive problem. It's just something I gotta think about. If we do switch into potatoes, you know, what are we gonna do? How are we going to store them? Because also I think it's, yeah, we can plant everything. As of right now, we can plant any and everything, just not wheat. Wheat is the only thing right now we can't plant, which is interesting. Very interesting. But everything else, oh, cotton, you can't plant cotton right now. I wouldn't want to, but, or canola. So we literally can't plant canola right now. Now, the one good part is if we plant sorghum right now, it will be ready to go in August. Is that right? Stuff grows fast. Same thing with rice. Maybe that's not correct. Maybe it is. I don't know. But that's pretty fast in my opinion. We could use sunflower oil, right? We don't necessarily need to do canola. We could do sunflowers, and if we do sunflowers, oh no, they take a little bit longer. We could do rice, but I'm not dealing with rice. Wait, what about long grain rice? Ready in September. And if we do sorghum, it'll be ready in August. So one month earlier. But I might do, we could also do corn. There's a lot of things that we can do, and I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what do I want to do? Sorghum is the thing. We're doing that, and you know, it just is what it is. It's everything else we got to figure out, you know. What other crops? Sorghum's gonna take care of both the horses and the chickens, which is good for us. And so then I got to worry about, I got to worry about, should we want to start producing other stuff right after? Because of course, we're not going to turn this entire section into sorghum. I mean, we can, but I just don't think that's super necessary. I mean, we could. I guess it depends on how much the horses eat. I guess that's what it boils down to, right? Turn. Shoulder. I don't know. I really don't know. But it does give me a decent amount of ideas, I'll say that. It does give me a lot of ideas. Why would I do canola? Oh, canola, we can thresh it. That's the word. I wanted to say tethered earlier. It has a TH and E in it. But we need to thresh it. Not tether. Which I think that was our reason for wanting to do canola. Because we know if we thresh it, first of all, that allows us to use the MacDon. Which, I mean, as of right now, we just eradicated the use for the MacDon because we already have the Crone on the big field. So, you know, I'm still gonna leave his cutter here, but for the MacDon and trying to get use out of the MacDon, well, not trying to, but he now has some purpose again other than just cutting. We can do, okay, let me put this back, and I'm gonna start writing some stuff down because I've thrown out so many ideas, and I'm gonna be honest, the only one I've really stuck with is sorghum. Now that's the only one we've for sure said yes, we're gonna do it. Booyah, booyah, booyah. Okay. Where I'm gonna put this, I think I'm gonna put it back in that corner since we don't have anything to go over there, but since we're no longer doing logs, it was fine. I mean, honestly, we could have been doing logs. It's just that we started Silver Run because of the patch messing some things up, so that put a little wrench in some things. Not like it's a big issue, it's just it is something to note. But yeah, I'll just throw this over here like so, and we'll just leave that right there. Cool. Okay. So right now, I'm gonna park this guy. We're gonna go to construction. Construction. Okay. So let me grab my pen. Barn ramp. I'm gonna cross it off since we were not able to do that. We need to plant sorghum. Don't really know how to spell that, but it's fine. We need to get some lime. Lime fields. Check rolling percentage. I'm almost positive rolling the fields was not very useful, but if it is, you know, we'll do it, but I'm almost positive it wasn't. So let's see. Need to figure out. It doesn't tell me for certain if this can store potatoes. Don't really need any constructibles. We pretty much have everything. We don't need to store water. Well, we actually have water right there in case we do want to do greenhouses. So that's, you know, not something I'm immediately thinking about or wondering about. Farmhouses. Okay, let's see. Potatoes was down here. No, wait, was it? Right here. It says we can use canola, sunflower, or the dreaded olives. But we will need potatoes if we're going to do potato chips. Now, my problem is, before I get too far gone, we're doing sorghum for sure. Potatoes. How do we harvest potatoes? I don't remember liking it the last time I checked. Seeds are used to plant. Okay, that's fine. Planting is okay. This is... What's up, Melissa? I was falling asleep and heard you. If you back out, I think there's a mod for potato potato shed or silo. Interesting. Let me see. I'm 99 sure, not 100%. See, I do that same thing. When I'm like almost willing to bet my life on it, I'll say I'm 99% sure. So just in case I'm wrong, I say, hey, I didn't say 100. I said 99. Plus, you never know. They could have removed it. Let's see. I'm just going to say potat. What the heck is this? Small potato chip production. Hold up. I know this is not what we were originally looking at, but potato chips, canola oil, olive, and sunflower. So you can go straight from potatoes to potato chips, or you can do 100 potatoes plus canola. Oh, and you get more out of it if you do. Okay, that's kind of interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see. Extended sugar beet, and I definitely don't think this is it. Ew. You said silo. Let's see. Silo. Check. Silo. Oh Lord, I forgot just how many silos there were. Field type limiting, silage. Are fermenting silos actually a thing? I keep Googling it and I'm almost positive fermenting silos are not a thing. Because I think when I think fermenting, I think of stuff like clumping up, especially like grass, because I know when grass gets wet, it clumps up. And if that's the case, it's not gonna work. Hey, the fact that you can use this as a silo pack, you can create your own, is crazy. Let's see. What's up, Psycho? How do you do? I don't see the potato thing. I'm probably missed it. Oh, we can put lime in there. That's actually very useful. Blowy stepped away to walk his dog. Melissa is trying to help me find a silo, if it in fact exists. We're not 100% sure, but green beans and peas is crazy. I would say they change stuff so quickly. Oh lord. Oh, it's a big silo. A big silo. Silo's multi-fruit. Hey, this one holds potatoes. Hey, you can't only... Wait, here you can't only store wheat, potatoes, or hay, but nearly everything. Wait, so you can store potatoes in a silo? I'm confused. I'm so confused. What can we... You know what? Easy check. We can just go to here and test it. But yeah, that multi-fruit one will definitely work for us. Let's see. I need to check rolling percentage, lime fields, plant sorghum. I'm trying to figure out if the other two crops we might do, and I say might because I'm not sure. Potatoes, I want to do potatoes, but if I remember correctly, potatoes were just as funky as sugar beets. So I am curious to see how that's gonna work. Let's see, why am I way over here? Okay, let me just bag this up, I guess. Pick this up. Drive this guy all the way back. Can I just unload this on the ground? Of course not. Wait, Amatana? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what the word is. Oh, but it is the best silos. The ideas be flowing. The ideas be flowing. Oh, geez. But I guess my question is, because I like to try to be realistic. Is it even possible to put potatoes in a silo? And if not, that's fine. We'll just unload them into like a bulk storage, since that is a thing. We'll just unload them in a bulk storage and just use a screw conveyor to get them out. That's perfectly fine and it works. They're a modder. That makes more sense, actually. I'm gonna yeet this to the left. Yeet! Okay, you see, the game said, we understand what you're trying to do, but understand that your vehicle does not turn on a dime. You know, now that I'm this like high up, it would be cool if we get on top of some of these buildings. Like if we had like ladders we could use or something. But I want to do potatoes to create potato chips, especially since we're doing this in the smaller section. I'm realizing my type of playstyle, I prefer smaller fields. That seems to be something that I like better, is smaller fields. The big field that we have for grass, it's fine. I like it just because we get a lot of grass from it, but I just don't like the amount of time. But because it's grass, it's great. Because we can still finish that entire field in 2 hours, which is nice. I'm not sure, but I seen a potato shed or silo. I know I did because I thought of doing potatoes, and it's a bit like sugar beets if I can remember. And I was like, nope. And that's the thing, like some of these plants, some of these crops are just so annoying to deal with. And so I don't blame anybody for like avoiding them. But like potatoes, the fact that I'm almost positive you have to have someone with you is annoying. Oh wait, can I empty this? Is there not an empty mode? What? Fill vehicle, none. Here we go. Oh, I just got rid of my fuel. That's delicious. Switch to this one. Okay. Now, there we go. Empty it. Let's see, I screwed up a whole stream because of a coffee sell point. Let's see, you can use the follow me mod, which I do have the follow me mod. I don't know how to use it. I've never used it. I heard about it in FS 22. I just never actually used it. So that is something to note. Let me, since we have money on the test server, get the biggest trailer we can. This doesn't store potatoes, doesn't store potatoes. Okay, so this is the first thing that can store potatoes. Yes. We might have an issue there, but okay. And I wanted to use this because of the triple hopper, but this seems to be the thing we're gonna have to use because it can store everything by default. The problem is it's so stinking high that it might cause a bit of issues because it's very tall, which means instead of a semi trailer, we would need, let's see, Control F. Oh, I don't have it turned on. I just never actually, oh wait, not this. We need an auger wagon, could work. Oh, it doesn't hold, crap. Okay, this does, holds more and can easily dump the stuff should we need. It will follow the vehicle in front of it. Now, if it has like a separate menu, because I don't use my keyboard a lot, so if I could change Control F to like an actual keybind, that would be lovely. Let me lease this. Let me go here. Oh, there's no combinations button. There it is. Combinations. I need this. Lease this. Okay. Right. I'm off back to lay down. My head is pounding. My bones and muscles are bad. Put you on TV. I really hope you feel better, because this is what, day 3 now? That's insane. Oh, grab that. Let's see. You can change it in game. Good. Bag up. Only thing I hate about using a dolly is, well, it just adds another pivot point, because now I'm pivoting at the trailer, but I know as soon as I get the 5th wheel attached, we're gonna be able to pivot there. So like, let's say if I bag up, will it bag up the way I need it to? Nope. An extra thing, and that always bothers me. Even though I did learn in American Truck Simulator, you can still get this to work. You can still get this to work. It's just a little bit of know-how. Actually, this is similar to backing up our trailer that we use to feed the sheep. It's similar to backing that up now, which is annoying. I'm gonna be honest, it's annoying, but at least it's not as bad as that trailer, so I don't mind it too much. But we might also have one issue with this trailer, whether or not, if we do start potatoes, can we actually get this to do its thing. Okay, so first let's fill this vehicle with potatoes. That's a lot of stinking potatoes. And then see, okay, it won't allow us to dump in there, at least not the first try. So we would need to get a separate silo, or like I said before, we can just get a bulk haul and just call it a day. It won't be too much of an issue if we had a material bulk storage somewhere and just, you know, had the potatoes sitting on the ground. It's not gonna be the end of the world. And so if this doesn't take it, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't, and like I said, that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see, detach this, and let's see, what was the other was there something else I needed to test on here? Oh, potatoes. We need to test if we can even root crops. This should be this potato technology. Oh, we have a machine that can hold potatoes. That's expensive. All of this is relatively expensive. Okay. Here's the issue. The range on this is 1.5 meters. On both of these is 1.5 meters, and we're going 6 miles per hour. This one's still 6 miles per hour, but it does have a holding. Okay. Oh wait, this one actually has storage. Okay, all of them have storage. Okay, so that's actually good. So that means we do have some way to store. Now the fact that it only moves at 6 miles per hour is, I'm glad we're not doing a massive field with this. What does that change? Smaller. Why would I want to go smaller? Silver edition. That's crazy. The fact that there's additions when it comes to farm equipment, I think is kind of funny, but neither here nor there. Okay, let's just lease, because now I gotta see if we can use a semi truck. I don't think we can, but if we can use a semi truck to carry it, then we know exactly who we're going to use for that, so it makes our life easier. If not, well, gosh darn it. Okay, plus this equipment is 100 and some thousand, so it's not too expensive. Let's see, what does it look like unfolded? That's it? That's it? What? What? Hold up. I gotta see this in action. I'm sorry, I don't know how this works, so I'm glad we got power tools. I'm gonna change this whole field to potatoes, and I'm just gonna experience how this works real quick, just for my curiosity. What's up, Nick? How are you? We're just testing out different crops. So this is our test save, but on our actual server or save, we're gonna do horses, and so we're prepping the field for sorghum. But while I'm doing that, I'm also trying to do, oh Lord, I'm trying to do some other crops. So we're gonna have sorghum. Tempted to do potatoes, but I'm trying to figure out all the equipment that we would need to do potatoes. Growth state, harvest ready, weeds. I prefer invisible. Stones, invisible, grass. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Don't know what the rest of this means. Sure. Sure. Are these ready? Are these ready? Right, ready to harvest. Remove. Okay. Let's just see if this does. Oh crap! You know what is also remembered? We are using tires that are going to destroy this. You know, it doesn't matter. We're testing, so it doesn't really matter. Let's turn this on. See how this goes. Yep, we're definitely running over some stuff. Oh wait, I guess we're not. Wait, is it even working? It's not working. Oh, lower it, genius. Oh, because of root crops, they don't get destroyed, right? Oh wait, no. Is this even working? Oh, it is working. It is working. Okay. It is very, very, very slow. Yeah. It is very, very slow. If we were to, oh my gosh. The amount of laps. Oh my gosh. That's insane. At 1.5 miles per hour, this might as well be sugarcane. This genuinely might as well be sugarcane. Oh my gosh. This genuinely might as well be sugarcane. And as slow as this moves, oh wow. Potatoes might be a no-go for us, I'm gonna be honest. because we could do potatoes to make potato chips and everything, but this might as well be more sugar beets. I do like how I can just drive over this and I don't have to worry about the vehicle that's on top of this. Makes life great. Also, this trailer fills up fairly quickly, and it's doing a grand job. It's doing like a really good job. Yeah, this would definitely be a course play or just let AI run it, because this is crazy. Is there not a mod for potato equipment? There would have to be, because I'm not seeing many people willingly do this. Like, I think a major problem, or I'm gonna say major problem, but one thing I always see with vehicles that I think is a big turnoff: 6 miles per hour. Even though that's realistic probably to real life, 6 miles per hour is crazy. Oh look, it has a little can I climb this? Aw. But 6 miles per hour is already annoying, but to make it doubly annoying, only 1.5 meters for its pickup. But I will say it's getting the job done. It's just for a field of this size, it is genuinely like, let AI do it or let Courseplay do it. There's a harvester that starts with a C that I use. I mean, geez. Like, this almost feels like these equipments here for spinach, greens, and peas. Like, you just don't want to do them. At least these have a 3.3 meter thing, but potatoes, I wonder, does this one have a bigger one? Wait, it said it for a second. What was the thing? It said its width for a second. Can I scroll down on this and find the information? I can't. I'm gonna use this real quick, and we're gonna see if this does any better. Because if the width on this is bigger, we will probably use this just because. So hopefully we'll see. Okay, so you see the mark for the 1.5. Let's see. Man, this thing is like a freaking Autobot. Like, so much unfolding. Okay, hold up. Let's see. Can I see the 3.3? So it is about double the size. So still gonna be crazy, but for something moving this slow, it cuts down half the time. You know. Plus the fact that it's its own dedicated vehicle does make our life just a little bit easier. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, as crappy as it sounds, I would have to get the 600K because this is a no-go. Unless you buy like 2 of these and have 2 of them running on the same field at the same time. I mean, we already got tractors to run them, so, you know, not a huge problem, but I would think that if we're going to do potatoes, we would save up and go ahead and just have to get this, just because it makes our life easier. Plus, it's its own dedicated vehicle, so it can do its thing on its own, you know, without having to waste our tractors. And then we could just drive up, have it unload the stuff, and be good. We would also need bulk storage, so that's something to think about. But good part is, potatoes, not that bad. Not that bad. Sugar beets, on the other hand, the fact that you have beet loading is ooh, that bothers me so much. It just bothers me so much. And the fact that we can't even put fertilizer on this is annoying. But this one does 3 meters and fertilizer. I don't know. Let's see. Quickly check in that menus in the mod hun before you go into your other map. Go here. Check in that menus in the mod hub before you go into. Oh, check the. Okay, hold up. Yeah, because we're pretty much done with that. But potatoes, it doesn't seem like it'd be terrible as long as we have a dedicated vehicle and we're pretty much paying AI to pick it up for us. What was I checking for again? Okay, Colossus pack is broken. We already know that. I'm trying, like, the one thing I'm trying to hold on to is be as realistic as I can. Within reason, there's some things that we just can't really do, but I want to try to be as like, I will take realistic mods for sure, semi-realistic, but like unrealistic I can't do, and Colossus is kind of unrealistic. Well, kind of is an understatement, but what was I looking for? Silos. And actually, we might as well just use bulk storage. If we can't put it in there, that's fine. We can just use bulk storage and just call it. It's fine. What is this? Huh. Mobile wood storage? That's... Oh! That's kind of interesting, actually. But yeah. I think... Go back here. Make sure everything is good. I still have the Fent Vario. Oh yeah, that's for the other map. Oh, I don't have follow me on this. Go ahead and activate that. And we might activate the screw conveyor. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one on. Just because. No, it's definitely unrealistic. So yeah, we can't use Colossus. But again, the potatoes, as long as we have them doing their own thing, it's really not that big of a deal. The question is it worth it? I don't think potatoes... We're doing sorghum, that's for sure. I'm not going to plant it today, only because I need to figure out... Where's my thing? I need to figure out if rolling the field, what the percentage is for that. And I'm pretty sure Farmer Cop said it was like 2.5%. And if it's 2.5%, I'm not going to roll the field at all. And even if it's 5%, I still may not do it. That yield bonus, 2.5%, not worth it. The only time it would be worth it is if I was using a field about as big as like 7 or 2, right? 5% is actually a lot at that point. But even then, the amount of time it would take you to roll that field for that 5% bonus, is it really that worth it? You know, that in-game time, you know, for every person it's probably different, but for me, I don't think it would be massively worth it. And I think I should be able to technically roll after I line the field. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let me check something. Is our little silo thing, can we put fertilizer in that? I don't know. It's not an extendable. It's a container. And it's this thing. No, we cannot put lime in it. Oh, look, we have a little lime station. We can buy a lime station. I don't think that's 100% necessary. Even though, because we bought a fertilizing tank and that wasn't necessary. We bought a fertilizing tank, again, also not super necessary, but we bought it just as like an impulse buy, just so we don't have to travel around the world or anything. We could do the same thing with lime, and we technically don't even need lime for this field right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. It says it needs rolling. I genuinely don't think rolling is as important, so I'm probably going to forego that. Which fields do, if any, need lime? None of our fields need lime, so I'm not going to worry about lime at this current moment. And I can go ahead and plant. It'd be nice if the help menu told us verbatim which was worth what. Where is it? Arable farming? I don't really know what that means. I'm pretty sure I pronounced it wrong as well. Rolling. Yeah, it doesn't tell you the percentages for each, but I guess we can go ahead and start planting sorghum on this field. Oh wait, can we plant? We should be able to plant right now, right? Sorghum. can be planted, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and plant that. Especially since this big thing, well, this big thing is going to take, it's going to make light work of planting and fertilizing, which is one, like, I love this thing. It's amazing. Let's see, make sure I change the crop. That's always an issue. Wait, what? Whoa, I don't see sorghum as an option. Oh, dadgummit. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Oh, the flipping pain. You mean to tell me I can't plant sorghum with this thing? Which is just going to irritate me, because that means now... What plants sorghum? What plants? Clearly not that, so it's a planter that we have to use. Ew. Ew. So I gotta buy something else? Okay. It's not the end of the world. Okay, here's why. If we buy this for sorghum, we can do corn or sunflower and have, you know, oil for the potatoes. If we do decide, I don't know if I'm doing potatoes yet, so that does become a problem, which means now we kind of need to put a hold on what we're planting. I can do canola, however I have to wait for canola, because canola we can't plant until August, and it's not ready until next year, so it takes a whole year for canola to be ready. I mean, if we're using it for oil, it's really not that big of a deal, so I can't really complain too much. And essentially, once you harvest, you plant the next month and then wait, so it's not really that big of a deal. But I do need to figure out if we're doing potatoes. That's thing number one. Are we doing potatoes? Answer, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I want to do sorghum, but I also, I don't want to buy a whole nother stinking planter, man. That just bugs me a little bit. It's not terrible or anything. It's just there, and it bugs me. Which means I would have to buy this. Now the good part is we can just interchange the seeds from them, so it's not like we have to buy a whole new set of seeds or a whole new set of fertilizer, you know. Okay, so that plant's dead in the water. I can't fertilize right now because now I need, or not fertilize, plant, because I have to think about what we're gonna use, which I guess I could. Okay, well, here, let's go here. We need to figure out which production facility we want to do. Do we actually want to do potato chips? Because Bloweed was the only one who mentioned it, and I'm starting to realize a pattern with Bloweed, and is that he sets me up to do the weirdest stuff that I don't think anybody else would do. But I kind of want to do potato chips. I mean, another issue is actually creating this stuff. You know, I could pay $360,000 for this, but it really depends on how many potatoes we get, how much oil we get, because buying the biggest one, like the oil mill that's already on the map, cost us a pretty penny. Or I could go and buy like the on the farm version, which, yes, it's slower, but it's also cheaper, and it's not like I'm trying to super scale business or anything, so there's that. Sunflowers would require a different header, So that's something to think about. If I do decide to go that route. Oh geez, okay. Olives would require more machinery. Long grain rice, I think, requires a planter. However, we can get oil from long grain rice. I think I'd still rather use canola or long grain. It does. I'm just trying to make sure everything we have is viable, I guess is the point. Also, Macdon. Macdon works with canola. So we might, okay, so we're gonna use canola. If we're gonna use an oil, we're gonna have to use canola. So there's that. That's case point. It is what it is. Because at least with canola, we get extra. We get extra if we use canola. So there's that. That's said, done, finito. No problems there. Potatoes. This is where the issue comes in. Do we actually want to do potatoes? I mean, I don't really see why not. It's just I don't think it's gonna be profitable. Actually, I know it's not gonna be profitable. Just because the work and time and effort it goes into potatoes, not gonna be super. It's gonna be time consuming. That is one thing. It also bothers me that in order to do sorghum, we need a completely different machine. Which, to avoid ideas. Okay, to avoid having to do that, because the whole reason we want to do sorghum is because both chickens and horses eat sorghum. However, cool little thought process. I don't know why I didn't think about this. The Macdon can thresh wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans. Wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans. But if we go to the help thing and then check out the animals, horses, hay, oat, sorghum, and then barley. So we can do oats and wheat, oats and barley. We might want to do oats and wheat because if we do wheat, the excess that doesn't go to the chickens, we can put towards bread, which does get us, some more money. And both wheat and oats can be threshed. Plus, wheats and oats can be planted. Wait, can wheat be planted with this thing? Yeah. So that's what we'll do. We'll do wheat and oats. Okay. It just is what it is. Now the issue is going to be how much of each do we have? Which field is which? How much? Because when I check here, this field, I don't really know. Can we visit it real quick? Oh wait, can we visit it? Does it tell us the size of this actual field? It doesn't. It says field 32, but it doesn't tell us the exact size of just the, part that can be farmed, which is a thing. I will say it looks like it's about bigger than these others combined. So I could do wheat, let's say, on this one, and then oats on the others, or I don't know. Let me check the horse pens, because we're gonna need to get horses and chickens. It would have been better if we could just all feed them the same thing. We can only fit 16 horses in there at a time. They also eat carrots, which is interesting. I didn't see that in the help menu. They can eat carrots. Can chickens eat carrots? I don't think they can. What can chickens eat? Yeah, just so yeah. We'll stick with wheat. We'll stick with wheat because we do have a production facility already set up for bread that can, I don't know what the heck it's going to use honey for. That's interesting. What uses honey? Oh, cereal. The fact that it can make cereal in here is weird. Very weird. We could technically make cereal with long grain rice. I don't think that's necessary. Generally don't. But we could if we wanted to. Plant long grain rice. But I think long grain rice actually requires a stinking planter. If I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, I might be mistaken. Am I mistaken? Huh. So we can do, okay. So there's a lot that we can do. At least if we do it this way, we actually can make money from cereal. So we could make some cereal. But we would also need, oh, we can make oat flour. Which oat flour can be used for what? I have no idea. I really don't know. That's a great question. I don't even know what oat flour is used for. It's not even given as an option. Oh, we could also turn long grain rice into rice cakes. So we might actually start doing long grain rice. Also, I don't see oat flour as a thing. I think it's just used as a supplemental to regular flour. To make regular bread. But I think we'll do wheat for chickens. Any excess is just that excess. In which case we should probably put wheat on this field. Still just sort of mapping out everything we're going to need to do. We'll put wheat on 32. We'll put oats everywhere else. If we decide to do long grain rice, we will buy field 29. And the good part is we're not even using a lot of, stuff. I hate that all of this other stuff comes with it. I don't need all of this land. Like this section here, I'll take it. I'll take all of this. I'll take all of this land. All that extra stuff back there, the woods, I don't need. I don't care about it. It's not, I mean, it's good if we want to put a facility up there. And see, and we can't even really use this land down here because of this massive drop off. So that causes an issue. I mean, we could level the land a little bit, and well, not a little, a lot. We could level it and then, build down here. It's going to be a pain to get back up, so maybe that's why we don't. Or, hear me out. How much of this is ours? Hold up. How much of this is ours? Right to here. Okay. If we go from here down and a bit over, we could make this the long grain rice section, right? Because with this being long grain rice, that should be kind of good. Now, can we thresh long grain rice? Don't think so. We can thresh wheat and oats. So far we're good with wheat and oats. Let me go ahead and write that down. So plant wheat on, what was it? What was the field we were doing? 32. 32. Oats. All others. Okay. If we buy field 29, I kind of don't want to buy it. What about field 33? Okay, same issue. if we do buy it, yeah, we have access to all of this, but one, we're gonna have to clear that lower section. There's a lot of trees, which that's annoying. And then two, well, frankly, if we do try to buy this, I mean, that's a lot. And that's a lot. And if we want to do long grain rice, that is pretty good. But if I do long grain rice, I'm doing it simply to make what, cereal or rice cakes, or I don't think that's, I don't know. Now I'm running into that thing, that mental block. I won't say mental block, but the thing I have where I have so many decisions that I haven't really narrowed anything down. I mean, I know I'm doing wheat. I'm doing wheat and oats, that's for sure. Thing is, do I want to buy another field and do something on this field? Answer, I'm not entirely sure, because I mean, I can, trust me, I can. Or we could just buy more land simply to have more wheat and more, you know, stuff of that nature. Just possible, because more wheat means more bread. Interesting. I'm just not sure how much money we would make off of certain things. For example, like rice cakes. Okay, about 3,360. The problem is that's about around the time we would sell bread. It's not that it's a problem, it's just something to note. We could also do rice oil, which, I mean, again, for potatoes, but ugh, I'm being indecisive again. We do know whole wheat bread. Okay, think. Make your life easier. Instead of, because the issue that I'm running into is I am trying to figure out if I really want to branch into long grain rice. The reason I'm wondering about that, what was that? Triple soup. Interesting. The reason I was wondering about that is just because we have other things we can make with it. However, it would make more sense if we're gonna do rice or long grain rice just to make rice cakes or something, or we could make cereal if we really want to, because we do have honey. At least that way we'd be using everything we make. How much honey do we have right now? 2,641. And the problem is honey takes so stinking long to make. Like, this is years of work and we only have 2,000 to show for it. And so if we did go into building the cereal, it would be eaten through extremely quickly and we would just be out of honey. So we are not going to make cereal. Okay, so narrowed that down. That's good. The question is, do we want to build rice cakes? Rice cakes do make us a decent amount of money, somewhat. But at least if we do rice cakes, we don't have to worry about going into bread. Question is, how do you harvest that? How do you harvest long grain rice? Let's see, down here, combine harvester, grain header. Oh, just a regular header. Now the thing is, I don't think we have a regular header. Wait, you can That must be a mistake. You're telling me I can thresh long grain rice? No. No, I cannot. What is this for? Wait, what part does the threshing? Headers attached to harvester. So this is just, wait. This threshes them to mow the crops and thresh them later with the combine harvester, which is why we use this, which allows for the threshing. Now, if I look at it, it shows I was told not to grab this one. Oh, never mind. The reason we decided not to grab the flex draper is because it moves slower. This goes at 9 miles per hour and has 12.2 meters. This one has slightly bigger, 12.5, but it moves at 6 miles per hour because it adds on sorghum and long grain rice. But the simple fact that we can thresh them, the simple fact that we can makes it good. Like that fact alone, that we can thresh long grain rice, is good. The problem is, do I want to sell this one and get a bigger one, or do I just want to have a separate one altogether? Because 6 miles per hour versus 9 miles per hour, that's a noticeable difference. It's about 1.5 times faster. If anything, I might just buy both. And can we customize this? Yep. And if anything, I would change the design color to white, so I know, oh man, that is not noticeable. So I could tell that this would just be the one for. Interesting. Okay, so that is a plan. We are gonna run 3 crops outside of grass. We're gonna do wheat, oats for everything else, and then we'll turn this field into we're definitely gonna have to I hate that it needs lime. That sucks. Now as far as planting long grain rice, is now the season for that? It is. All right, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. We're going to buy, I'm not sure if I want to buy this field or not. See, that's oats. This will be oats as well. But this, how big is this field? 29? Actually, it's pretty sizable. About the size is field 30, 31, and maybe 28 squished together. And we'll do that for long grain rice. If that's long grain rice, yeah, we'll buy field 29. And if we need to, I don't need all that space, and that bothers me. That bothers me so stinking much. I do not need all of that space. I don't know what the heck I would do with it. I don't know why. Now, one good part is, with all this stuff, when we do decide to do wheats and oats, since those are going towards the animals, good. Now the question is, how much are we really gonna need? Okay, secondary fallback idea. I just realized, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. Field 32, scratch it. This will be wheat. Since I don't know how much food horses eat, and I'm gonna have to test that in a test save, we will, since I don't know how much horses eat, we are going to go into the test save and actually like have some horses run through it, just test what can they eat, how much do they eat, how much do they consume, because that'll give me an idea of sort of how much I should be expecting. Same thing with chickens. I don't really know how much chickens or horses eat. Horses consume in a year. Let's figure that part out. We also need to figure out parts for chickens. Don't think we need anything. Okay, horses, chickens consume. Because if I can figure out about how much they consume in a year, I can sort of estimate what we need. Because I think the big field we have, 30 or 32, whatever it's called, once we thresh that, I feel like we're gonna have way more than enough wheat to last the chickens through a year. I'm just curious, with 16 horses, you know, how would that work? So let's, okay, I did not save it. Okay, that's stupid me. Whatever, I might as well just sell it and teleport it back over here. But I'll go here. We'll go here, construction. Let's go to horses. Get the biggest one just because it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna set that right there. No, I do not want to customize fence. Plant that, yes. And if we do, the fact that we only have 16 horses is crazy. Like, insane to me. 16 horses? Well, I guess the question is, how much would you sell them for? But I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Wow, there's a lot of horses. Doesn't really matter. Oh wait, let's just buy 16. Yep. Oh look, they named them too. Oh, Shadowfax, Fabio, Chester, Smith, Nate. Fabio again? Why do we got 2 Fabios? Oh no, we don't have 2 Fabios. I'm tripping. Zeke, Cricket, Capusta, Fantasia, Gulliver, Umbra. Umbra sounds okay. That's crazy. Wait, they need straw, huh? I didn't know they needed straw. What? They need straw for real? Hold up. I didn't know horses needed straw. Okay, so horses are gonna need straw. I guess that's why you would need a straw blower, which is fine because wheat drops straw, so we're good there. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about there. Yeah, but no other animal needs straw. I didn't know horses. I guess in real life I knew that. I just didn't think about it in the context of the game. Now it says food. It says base food, hay, and then root crops. So do I have to give them all of this food for it to be fully effective? Let's see, 57% plus 38% plus 5%. Yeah, that's 100%. So I gotta have every single one of these foods. These might as well be pigs. I don't even want to do horses anymore. Thanks, horses, you ruined it. What do you mean base food, hay, and root crops? So to make the most amount of money here, let's do this. This is gonna, all right, this bothers me. Now I'm overwhelmed. Man, their tails are weird, just like mops. But if we give them hay, the straw we can do because we're gonna get that from wheat. That's fine. We can work with that. Not a big issue. That even gives us a reason to use the straw blowers that nobody ever stinking uses. Which these things are cheap. Like they do their thing. Now the fact that I can only input bales, that kind of sucks because that means I need to bale the stuff. But I'm gonna be putting the straw into the yeah, so that's fine. So bales work, that's fine, no issue. And I might as well use the cheaper one. What's the point of using this one? There's probably some reason. Probably easier to load or whatever the case. It looks like easier to load. Well, no, this one Might be, except it would probably take small 2 bales, but okay, so we'd have to shoot straw into this place, and then food. And it doesn't, even though it says food, it doesn't necessarily say that we have to have a full thing. Okay, so I'm gonna look more into this before we fully commit to horses. But as of right now, we'll still be doing horses, and we'll do wheat, oats, and then maybe long grain rice, just so we can do rice cakes. But with that, that's enough of this insanity. With that, if you liked the video, please like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to leave comments, please leave a comment. If you want to follow me on social media, please feel free to do so. If you want to join the Discord, as that is the most important thing to me in this very moment, please feel free to do so. Once you join, since, you know, early adopter, you'll get full access. But yes, this is upsetting. Upsetting. I need to look into horses more. Chickens are easy. Chickens are like sheep. As long as you have their food, throw the food in there, collect your product. The end. Chickens are easy. Chickens and sheep are easy. Pigs, definitely don't want to do. Horses, oof. Looking at it now. We'll get back to it. But anyway, pray for me. I need to figure this stuff out. But with that, I will say peace and good night.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.